here at World Headquarters with Shapiro Capital at our podcast studio. And behind me, behind the cameras, is Tanner, Adrian, and Christian. And they are here to distract me while I'm looking at the camera, talking about a bunch of stuff. But guys, I want to show you the 3 easiest ways to get into real estate. And do you like the way we wrote easy? That's easy, 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 easy. So I actually bartended with a guy named Easy, and he wasn't so damn easy, but he was always trying to hit on the girls at Bootleggers in East Hartford, which is no longer there anymore. But guys, listen to me. If you want to get into real estate, and I'm not going to go in any particular order, wholesaling will get you leveled up super fast. And what is wholesaling? Wholesaling is the old business of what we used to call, us people in the business for years, flipping. And what we do in wholesaling, it's great. We find a seller. Typically, we find a seller that has some type of issues with their deal. They may have a marital dispute. They may be behind on their mortgage. They may have barely any equity in the property. They may be a little mashugana. So for all you guys don't know what mashugana is, in Spanish it's loco. In English it's crazy. What you learn as a wholesaler, you learn how to find and source these deals, and you put them under contract. Super simple. We put it under contract, and from that contract, guess what we do? We sell the contract. It's called an assignment fee. And typical in the wholesaling space, you can make a $10,000 all the way up to a $50,000 assignment fee. And I've seen some assignment fees well in the couple $100,000 on larger deals, commercial deals. You can get into the space, and all you need is $1,000 to tie up a property. And you can do that with a credit card. And if you don't have the $1,000, you can give them, guess what? A promissory note. We used to do that in the olden days when we didn't have money for a down payment. We'd give somebody a promise to pay. So if you can't make money in the real estate space and you can't do it in wholesaling, we got another thing for you. Guess what? Short-term rental. Now, people confuse short-term rental with Airbnb. That's not what we're talking about. Airbnb happens to be a platform that you can put your property on and rent it out to people and use Airbnb, and they charge you a fee. STR is when you actually find a property, and we teach you how to do this in one of 2 ways. You go directly to the owner, you form a joint venture with the owner. The owner will then let you rent out their property. If the property comes to you empty, we then, if we have the money, we will furnish it. But a lot of times we go to the owner and we ask them to furnish it, and they take their money first. Now, one of our experts, that's Cynthia, she teaches STR. And she did her first deal. She put up $750, and she ended up with cash flow of $6,000 a month. And her second deal, she put up $10 because she wanted to transact by giving somebody $10 on that transaction. She has successfully done over 39 STRs, and she's killing it. And she is, what, in my opinion, one of the better people in this space. There's a lot of people in this space. They're going to sell you a course. It's a bunch of crap. What we sell you is we sell you a community. We sell you support. We sell you the ability to do things shoulder to shoulder. So we're really not selling it to you, okay? And then the last really good, easy way to get into real estate is Section 8, okay? That is the best way to build equity, cash flow, tax loss, and build a portfolio. Now, there are lots of markets that you can go and find a property where the barrier of entry is low and the rent per square foot is high. And in those markets, you can get a Section 8 voucher that is typically higher than market rate, and you can do a small renovation to the property, and you're going to use either a debt service coverage loan where you're going to get up to 85% financing. There are some, after you've done a few, they're going to give you up to 90. And then if you've done about a half a dozen, they're going to go all the way up to 95%. But guys, think about it. If you can buy a property for $50K, put in 10. All right, you're going to borrow 50. You need to come up with 15% of the equity on that, and it will generate you. We like to tell people they should be generating $500 to $750 on their deal, on every single deal. Then you can use Thumbtack. They'll help you find a local property manager and put that property manager in place, and you are off to the races. Okay, now I saw somebody do something that was very clever. It's somebody that I just recently did a podcast with. It's Paul, the property boss. He took a handful of quarters, he threw them up in the air, and they went on the floor. Then he took a $100 bill. I don't know what he called it, like a C note or something, like yo, at this. I don't know what he called it, but he threw that on the ground. And he used the analogy is that the quarters were spread out, and those were single families all over the place. And he used the C note as a multifamily property. And that's a very good analogy. But if you do your Section 8 rights with the Section 8 voucher, and you put a property manager in there, and you put some of the clauses that we like to show you to put in your lease, it takes the headache and the aggravation. And if you really want to learn more from us, we show you one more technique. It's called rent to own. It takes all the ownership aggravation out of any kind of property. Now, if you think I use the word aggravation, owning real estate is not aggravating. Owning real estate is the greatest thing that you can do because it gets better after deal after deal. It gets better over time. It's like wine, okay? You're paying down the debt. You have cash flow, you're buying other deals, you're building equity, you're buying more. So guys, listen to me, all right? If you'd like to learn more about real estate, comment down below, okay? And one of my trusted advisors will hop on a call with you and show you how to change your life. Let's go!